Greetings, blessings. Today I wanted to get into what's in Jay's grass-fed tool shed. As you may or may not know, there's no gas-powered tools used at the garden besides the lawnmower that cuts the property around where I scythe. There's no gas-powered tools used for the garden. So with that being said, I wanted to get into some of the tools that I use on a daily basis during the season, and I'll link to some videos of me using the two tools that I don't have here is the shovel and a wheelbarrow. I'll link to a video using those, and I'll link to a video also using the scythe in action. So let's get into it. This is the good old side blades leading up against it. This is the old hay fork, I'm sorry. And got this from an antique shop for about $30. And he said that it was saved from a barn in Vermont that had burnt down, and he said the year was like 1920s on that. This is like a nice broad fork, and I fixed the handle on it with some wood glue and string, and that's for pulling up like some maybe potatoes or sweet potatoes or some rocks or some other root crops that are hard to get up from the ground. And then we got the good old scythe blade from Perry, Maine, Scythe Supply, all sharpened up and ready to go for the new mowing season. Ready to go in May with that. And I also got the broad fork from a antique shop, the same one. Here is the snath, also from Scythe Supply, Perry, Maine. And we got some hedge trimmers right here. I use these to cut the grass when I'm not feeling the scythe or other branches or what you may have. This is the ye old hay rake, and I also got that from the same antique store. There's a guy that deals in antique tools in town, so that's how. It's not just an antique store. He has a lot of antique tools as well. And then we got some wood glue, some potato bag, some bag that some crops can be carried in, the old Phillips, the old flathead, and then another Phillips, some trellis string left over, I'm gonna try to reuse on the tomatoes this year, rubber bands for bunching up elderberry cuttings. This is like some heat mat thing I didn't want to throw out. The hammer for peening the scythe blade. This is one of the sharpening stones. That's the one for when the blade is freshly sharpened, and this is the blade sharpening stone for when I'm in the field. I forget what this piece is exactly called, but this is the piece that helps connect the scythe blade to the snath. We got the tape measure, some garden line, but I never used that. Just a friend gave that back to me like 3 years ago, and I never used it, but I just always kept it. And these are the tools to screw the Allen wrench, Allen key to screw this tighter or looser for the scythe blade. And got my coolers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Table. Sign. JsGrassFed sign. Whiteboard. And my sharpening log. So very minimalistic and don't need much else than this. One other thing I would like to get is a little hand shovel, hand trowel. Oh, and one other thing, I got this on a free pile on the side of the road. That's like a little tiny nail hammer. Thought it would be cool. And I didn't name the prices on that. I got that one for about 20 bucks as well, and the rake for about like 35. So all good finds, all good tools that I use in the garden on a regular basis. And like I said, the only two things missing are the spade shovel and the wheelbarrow. Also, by using all of these tools, it may go slower than using gas-powered tools, but that means going slower with what you're doing will give you more time in the garden, more time for observations, more time with the plants. And secondly, this keeps me free from the gas line infrastructure. So the only thing that keeps me connected to the gas line infrastructure is the car. And ideally the goal would be just to keep it so local that you wouldn't even need the car. But that's in a perfect world and everything's not perfect. So we're working towards that. And yeah, One Love Wholeness. Let me know if you got any questions, concerns, ideas. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. I'll link to those 2 videos using the shovel and the wheelbarrow and the scythe. And One Love Wholeness. You have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.